All right, all right, all righty, all right. What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive and Pay to Drive vlogs coming at you. That's right, day number 1193. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Let me know how you're doing. And of course, if you drive for apps like GrubHub, Doordash, Postmates, Uber Eats, or any of the others, you should definitely be subscribed to this channel with all notifications turned on. So I'll give you a second to hit that red subscribe button down below. And of course, let's see if we can get, 100, 150 likes on this video, maybe 200. That would be cool. And let's jump into this. So big shout out to Dan Low Fat. Another loyal viewer to my channel for well over a year. Dan, how long have you been watching now? 2 years now? Time's flying. So this comes down to more DoorDash BS. All right. Long email, but we're going to try and get through it right here. So he says, Pete, I hope this email finds you well. To the long one, and mainly in two parts, which you may want to divide up and edit as you see fit. If you think any detail in here is just a little much, after reading advice, I do. I've attached a copy of a non-deactivation email that I received today, 3 days after my rating showed an extremely late morning, which I had also received in the app for 36 minutes late. I have received a couple of extremely late warnings before, but never an email telling me that they have reviewed it and they found no evidence of fraud on my part. In the past, the other two extremely late warnings I received just stayed in my account for 7 days, and then fell off most likely because I had more than 100 deliveries in that 7 days, which probably not. I think that 7 days, if you don't get another ding, is kind of just the limit, and they pull it off your account, because I did not accomplish 100, nor have I ever. I think he has a point with that. I think he might have, he might be right. While it would have been nice to know how I fared on two other incidents, it's nice to know that this most recent one definitely was not my fault, and shows that DoorDash does review these and review them rather fast. Basically, the incident in question was one of a Google Maps error, but a customer well aware of that error may have indeed used that error in the past in order to gain free meals. Very possible. No, if that's the case, but the way the phone call went with the customer leads me to the case of the customer is just a ditz, I guess. I have redacted the restaurant. I will also describe the story with redactions of actual street names, and actual addresses, but you should be able to understand the meaning of the Google Maps conundrum. Right now, I would suggest that a seasoned DoorDash or GrubHub or Postmates driver dealing with Google Maps, and of course Waze. Remember, Waze was started by a Google think tank project, and the features of Waze have been gradually folded into Google Maps and should soon be ending. Let's see. One of the biggest problems we see in northeast southwest versus northeast southwest when used in street names. If not spelled out, the street names can often default to east or south depending. This is a big problem, and he's right about this. And he said it's very frustrating. Absolutely. Guys, let me know in the comments section or the chat if you've ever had an issue with like Google Maps with like North Street, South Street, or whatever, and it gets all screwed up. The issue I had recently was that of an office plaza called Palm Court Office Plaza on Fantasy Court. We obviously see abbreviations on the road as RD and drive as DR and street as ST and often court as CT. Got the state of Connecticut, even though Google Maps might screw that up as well. Yeah, when I saw CT, I thought Connecticut as well. This was a case of a company located on a street called Palm Court, a company that used to have an office in the Palm Court Office Plaza, Palm Court the road. The address and in the DoorDash app spell the word court and not as CT. I didn't remember that just because I had problems with road versus road. RD messing up usually would get the warning red triangle in maps indicating a problem address. That's like the hashtag, sometimes called the pound sign or dashes, hyphens, underscores. Anything that isn't part of an address will mess Google Maps up, and we'll have to go in and edit those out. Most drivers know this from experience. Pull that subtle difference of court spelled out versus the abbreviation for court messed up the address something fierce by about 2 miles, as it turns out. Once I realized I was at Palm Court Office Plaza and not on a street called Palm Court, I immediately called the customer and let them know. That she then apologizes and said, "Oh yeah, that happens." And I suggested perhaps maybe when we're done with the order, "Oh, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that." Listens to myself. That's just not great. See, I almost feel like customers that have this issue should be putting something like a note in the system. Like, I remember in, I think 2018, there was a GrubHub customer that I had that in the note said, if you're using the GPS or whatever through Google Maps, it might mess you up. So you may have to manually enter the address. And I did. And then when I delivered to them, they were like, "Thank you for reading the note," because a lot of drivers get sent in the wrong direction. So basically, to summarize what Dan is saying here is that the maps, the Google Maps or Waze can throw you off and make you extremely late. And it's not your fault. It's a technical issue. And for DoorDash to say, "Well, you're late. You're very extremely late here, so let's deactivate you." It's a bunch of crap, in my opinion. I'm going to just cut to the part where they email him, and it says, "Hi, Dan. Thank you for taking the time to provide additional information about your delivery on February 16th, which has been flagged as extremely late. Upon review, we have determined that you were not responsible for the lateness of the delivery. As such, this report has been removed from your account and will not count towards deactivation. Thank you for your patience while we've reviewed details of this delivery." So Dan was actually able to save himself on this one because of the fact that he said there was a technical issue. I didn't just decide to be 36 minutes late for the hell of it. So Dan, I'm glad that you didn't have an issue getting deactivated, because that really would have sucked. So guys, in the chat or in the comments, let me know if you've ever been in a situation like this. And I do want to take this time to thank all of our patrons over at patreon.com/PaidToDrive. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me in the channel. And as my way of saying thank you, here are your shout outs. And when you hear your name, say, "Hey Pete, I heard my name." BBA Master Yoda Nottingham, Brian Pomeroy, Heidi Barnes, Kurt Paul, Tulsa Todd, William Boudreau, Alan G. Van Horn, Drew Hanor, Frank Haviland, Jason Casta, Justin Case, Katie Coppin, Sarah Keston, Scott Freisner, Sherry Cassidy, Stephen Neely, Fernando Carranza, Lulu Laura, Jenny Thomas, John Bonacci, Kimberly Thomas, Matt Epperson, Nick G., Terrence Pacheco, Terry DeLong, and Valerie Brown. If you guys want to sign up, links in the description and in the pinned top comment. And of course, everybody, please make sure to sign up on the Get Upside Gas app. I'm annoying about it for good reason. Seriously, links down below in the description for free on your smartphone. All you have to do is download the app, pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside Gas app on your phone, and within 48 hours, you'll get anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is pretty fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links in the description. Make sure to download it. And of course, check out PaidToDriveStore.com for t-shirts, hoodies, and all that stuff. Limited edition stuff on there right now. We have limited stock, so grab up your shirts and hoodies. They've been selling, but we're running out. So go check it out. Links down below. PaidToDriveStore.com, and comment end 457 if you made it to the end of this video. End 457, and of course, get that money, get that honey. Keep hustling, keep bustling. We'll see all you guys next time right here on Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs. Smash those likes, subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time. Mahalo, friends. Peace.